Hello, I'm Will Forge, and today we will forge. Let's see. I had 2 days off because I had to take care of some stuff. Let's see. Loading. Forge. Map. My files. Now I was working on the cell arena, but I'm not quite done. Helping him update that. It's a gameplay trailer of Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, sequel. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, The Tears of the Kingdom, and it looks so nice. And I can't wait. Oh, okay. Sorry. Apparently, I just barely missed the just barely got past the patch time. Let me see. Last play. See, cloud status play time. Where's the how do you say if your game is up to date on Steam? Trying to see if it's on here. If it'll tell me somewhere on here. Let's see, properties, maybe updates. Install current update March 15th. Installed content updated March 15th. Yeah, so it did not install the current update, I think. Dang, it just went live. Okay, so I guess I gotta quit and go back in. Sorry about this. Bit of a false start. I thought it would have already automatically installed it by now. Because I have it set to auto install updates. So let's go out and do that. Don't want to start forging and then immediately have trouble because of the update. So. Okay, now it's letting me. Okay, wow. There we go. Man. Really excited for Tears of the Tears of the Kingdom though. Let's see. We're gonna do that. So that, you can see what's going on too. Patch is now live. And we need to make sure that if we see any bugs, we let people know. Forge maps added to Quick Play and Fiesta? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring this over here too. Added map and mode combination. Ooh, don't play. Oh, that's not a YouTube video, never mind. Added map and mode combinations. Capture the flag on starboard. King of the Hill on Salvation. Oddball on starboard. One flag CTF on Salvation. Removed map and mode combination. Escalation Slayer on Aquarius. Oddball Imperium, Aquarius, and Catalyst. Cool. Added map and mode combinations. Fiesta Slayer on Absolution, Perilous, Salvation, and Starboard. Cool. Cool. That's awesome. Is this one of the 343 devs or just some random person? This is a link to his YouTube channel. Anyway, I can't see chat. There we go. Forge maps migrating into standard playlist is fire. Absolutely. Does the menu still use 100% of the GPU? Let's see. Almost done patching. ETA of settings being reset fix. This is exciting. Which one's Salvation? Is that my favorite map? Because I always forget the name of my favorite map. So, my favorite map is the one with the mushrooms on it that was kind of Lockout inspired that came out. That was, I'm a big team battle player. I would love some coffee. Thank you. The map with the mushrooms on it that's inspired by Lockout. It was like, I love not getting notifs. Did it not give you a notification? Let's see. Because I know... What the heck? It didn't send a notification to this Twitch stream. That bot is not doing its job. Ping card. Ping cord. Yeah. That should have gone live. That should have actually pinged it. That is really weird. Well. Why is this thing just not... Oh, it's still installing, I guess? Yeah. It's done downloading, so the download progress is done, but the install is still going. But yeah, so we've got Forge maps. Here are Forge specific patch notes for today's hotfix. Thank you for your patience. Absolutely. Let's look at those, actually. Let's just pull that over here. Today's update resolves a high impact issue that incorrectly limited the number of script brains that can be placed on a map. Read the developer notes below for additional information on this issue and the fix. What happened? Season 3 added a budget check whenever a player added node graph content in order to reduce the incidence of dedicated server failed to load errors. If your map has too many node graph entities, nodes plus connections plus properties, this check will prevent you from adding nodes, duplicating nodes, or adding more connections. Cool. Yeah, I remember that. Are they saying that's gone now? Let's see. Based on our own investigation support tickets, this resulted in a functional global budget of about 200 and 250 nodes per map after the Season 3 update, which is a pretty low ceiling. What's changing? This hotfix raises the node graph entity limit from 800 to 2048. Most players should now be able to add nodes and connections to any map that was functioning during the winter update. I could have finished with this. Oh, man. Shitography, if you're here. This would have made me not have to worry about script issues. In fact, I may not have to scale down the size of the map a bit. Anyway, maps should be able to comfortably hold scripts with up to 512 nodes before running into the duplication limit or the dedicated server failed to load bug. Please be aware, this budget check was a stopgap for Season 3 until we could add additional node graph budgeting elements in a future update. With this hotfix, we're choosing to let advanced scripters push the tool, even if it means they'll hit that frustrating winter update bug more frequently. Because we have relaxed the budget checks, maps with many scripts plus art content can still experience dedicated server failed to load errors that were present during the winter update. Okay. In the future, you'll see this entity limit replaced with actual budget checks against the limits that causes the failure to load bug. Okay. Other resolved issues in this patch include players can now consistently load older versions of their Forge maps. When editing a node graph in Forge that has multiple scripts, that's a big one because that was really annoying. When editing a node graph in Forge that has multiple scripts starting with event nodes, players can now connect a single node to multiple execution nodes which are connected to different scripts. Oh, interesting. Primitive sphere objects in Forge that were moved because of the Season 3 update have now been restored to their original location. That applied to my moon. See, why is your 35 gigabyte? Mine was 2 gigabyte. I don't know. Maybe Steam version's bigger because of some kind of weird thing. Like maybe they had to... For example, maybe the Steam Forge was broken enough they had to reinstall all of Forge or something stupid like that. But yeah. Where was I? Spheres. Yes, that affected my moon in Waterworks, but I didn't want to move it because he said don't move it until they apply their fix. As mentioned in a Halo support tweet, Forge creators who attempted to restore the original position of affected primitive spheres prior to this patch may need to readjust the spheres after installing the update. When selecting a map, that's what I was trying to avoid, so I just didn't even touch the moon. When selecting a map for Forge on PC, selecting a file in the My Bookmarks menu no longer reverts to the previously selected map. Okay. Cool. When rotating an object in Forge with a rotation snap option set to 15 or higher, players can now quickly tap the corresponding directional input rather than holding directional input. Yeah, that was really annoying and weird after the season, season 3 started. Or season, yeah. And so there we go. There we go. Here we go. Let's actually get in here and start forging. Now that we have our updates and everything. Yeah, but I assume that it was that the version on PC is just for some reason, some technical reason, probably made it be larger. But yeah, that's really exciting about the let's see, about the Forge maps being in regular matchmaking. So I wonder if that's what they're going to use it for. They're going to use the putting it into what do you call it? Their own Forge playlist, like a special community creation playlist, and then, play test it, see which ones are the most popular, and move them over to actual playlists, which is what I was thinking they were gonna do whenever they very first started talking about this. Like I've been tweeting at Unishek or Reddit posting, at him back in the day. Right before the game was coming out, and I was like, oh man, this is what you gotta do, hit the ground running whenever Forge comes out, you gotta do this. They of course waited to implement it after Forge had been out for a little while, but I guess that's because they released in beta, so it was a little earlier than they had, than the rest of the team was ready for. Okay, anyway. So I didn't get to Forge at all yesterday, so we're basically where we were yesterday. I did discover that I found a hex that actually had better frost on it. It's still really subtle. But down here, you can see how whenever it's still scaled down, as soon as you scale it up, it becomes more subtle. So you can see the dirt and mud on this one a little bit better, and you can see the frost on this one. It's a lot nicer. Whereas the other hex that I was using, that was up there before, and I scaled it down here, there was no frost on it. So this looks much nicer. I like it. But yeah. So what we can do is continue this one, or if you think that would be boring to watch, we could switch over to start doing lava, and we can have a lava and a frost, and I can finish arting them later. Let's see, did the update finally fix the game, or another update that breaks more things? From what I understand, well, I haven't tried it yet. We just got back in after doing the update, because on PC it was like, 35 gigabytes, like Aaron was saying. But one thing it did do, I know, he was just saying, is that if you set your snap, you can now just, do that. And you don't have to hold down the button anymore. No matter whether you're sped up or slowed down. Oh, you like it? This is the, this little, island of terraformed area. Some weird popping up there. Don't know what's up with that. Wow, that object pops a lot. It almost looks like it's rotated. I might have to use a different object there, like a different rock. I did alter the lighting. I forgot to mention that. I did a lot of, the one thing I did off stream, I changed the light because I was like, okay, if I want this area to look like the damaged ring caused this area to become like lose its environment, its biome, then I want this, what I wanted to do is make it to where like the atmosphere was super thin here. So I got rid of a lot of the sky glow, the blue sky glow, and let it turn into yellow, like it's reflecting off the sand, and changed it to where you could really see the stars because like the glow is all gone. And then changed a bunch of stuff like that. So now you can really see the surface of the ring over there, because it's not two skies you're seeing through basically. I changed like shifting. Ooh, where am I? I shifted a bunch of the a whole bunch of the lighting settings, and I feel like it makes it feel very almost Halo 3. Like, to me, it almost feels like Sand Trap. I wasn't trying to go for Sand Trap, but as I was shifting it more and more deserty, it got, you know, closer and closer. Like, I wanted it to look almost like where the sun was hitting things directly. It was almost too bright, you know what I mean? Not quite, not actually too bright, but just on the cusp of feeling like it's too bright to imply that this is a very bright, hot desert, you know what I mean? I wanted to imply the heat by cranking up the light. Also, though, the side effect is that this looks really cool in here. This plasma shift, once I put the fog, I've got volumetric fog and then also regular fog, and it makes this plasma plume look especially cool and effective, and shifts it almost purple. What happened to my wait a minute. The slip space portal is gone. Uh-oh. Did this update break the slip space portal? That's unfortunate. Well, the plasma looks really cool. Thank you. Forge maps now in quick play. Yeah, I know. I'm really excited about that. I was actually reading out the updates a minute ago, but I think that was before you joined in, Aaron. And the description of it, and he was talking about that on what do you call it? On Twitter. And I'm super excited about that. I redid this door a little better to where that ice is there. And it just barely would be able to open. Because, you know, the Forerunner, they're not going to want that door to get frozen shut. Anyway. Let's see. Come down here. Down through the water. See, this is one of those things. I don't know, what about you think? What do you think, Aaron? Team blockers, like, halfway up inside this water, so you do fall into the water and walk through it. But these, like, rocks and stuff don't, like, make it really weird and tight to walk around. Maybe even glass. I mean, I might as well if I'm going to use... If it makes it look better as water, then I might as well put glass in there if I'm going to make it to where you can... You know, you're not going to fall all the way in. But then, like, I also want to retain that, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to say which one I should... If I should do anything at all. If I did, I could actually use this place where it tilts and comes up and there's rapids there. I could actually put glass there coming up like this, and then the rest, like, up to the same layer as the rest of the glass that way. What? What's going on here? Okay, well, that's probably causing a lot of my problems. Ooh, no. Is magneting on? Yeah. There we go. That was probably causing a lot of my movement problems. That is a little bit better. What am I hitting over here? Those rocks are just... There's a rock here that is just properly angled that you just hit it. So I'll probably have to sink that down. Ooh, thank you. Sorry, ASMR slurping. Let's see. So then what's broken? First question we gotta ask. Yes, well, here you go, Aaron. I found one thing broken already. And it may be a thing that we'll fix if I reload the map, but I don't know. The slip space portal effect, what is it called again? Forerunner energy spiral, no. Wait, yes, Forerunner energy spiral in is currently not displaying. It is this tiny little ball. And I think it has to do with the fact that they're updating effects right now. Go into play mode. Oh, will that appear in play mode? Okay. Let's do that then. Am I just being dumb? No, it's still tiny. It's either shrunk down because they're messing with allowing you to scale effects right now, and they broke it and made it... Oh, wait, there it is. Boy, that took a long time to kick in. Huh. Look at that. I'm, of course, not in the actual, you know, custom game, so these are not launching properly. But yeah. You could be hitting your FX budget. Oh, I probably am. My FX budget is... I'm way blown over FX budget, but you can... They specifically built it so that you're allowed to go over that. Once they realized how much, you know, they wanted to. But the thing about it is that I'm mainly too high on effects over here. I'm thinking, I mean, effects usually turn off for once you're at a certain distance. So I was thinking that it wouldn't be a major problem, but I am noticing that there's like no waterfalls. There are like no waterfalls right away. Like you have to come over here and actually look at them before they activate. So yeah, could be hitting my FX budget, and you might be right. What would be really cool, excuse me, is if they made render regions as a thing, as a placeable object, right? Like a little invisible object you place somewhere, and you apply, I don't know, maybe you could do something like setting a folder in it, as everything in that folder is part of its render region, and in that way dynamic objects like effects, you know, that start doing their waterfalls, would you'd be able to tell it, start rendering this whenever you're over here, and it would just call it, you know, just verify, hey, can I render this? Yes, okay, render it. You know what I mean? It would be something really nice to have that would just clean these things up. That way I could determine that there's an area there in the map that needs to have its stuff rendered. But once you're outside of that and you enter this one, it would prioritize the effects that are over here. You know what I mean? For your rendering. That would be pretty cool. Who knows if they'll ever add anything like that, though. But anyway, yeah, let's do lava. You could be hitting your FX budget. I think we want to do lava, right? The question is, let's see, we gotta get all of this effect, all this stuff. Let's do the plasma section, and I will finish up this snowy region later, I think. Unless you guys think I should, unless y'all would rather just see the snowy region. What would you say, Aaron? You want me to keep working on the snowy region to continue to perfect it so that, like, you know, people can see something that's a little more finished? Or do you think people would be interested in seeing me rebuild something, or like build something new from scratch today? That's my question. We were doing lava the other day, so I'm still like super interested in that, so. Rotate 180. Let it go. Come over here. Gotta finish your layout first. Magnets are not visualizing unless it's the one that's active. That's a new bug. Unless it's just a temporary bug for... It's really hard to tell if bugs are going to be like in the game, like actually affecting us long term, or if it's just because I loaded in, I have to load out of the map. Like if sometimes this is going to affect us, but not all the time. You know what I mean? But that is a bug, apparently, that I'm not seeing the magnet squares. So if you guys see the same thing, let me know, and we'll be able to, you know, predict whenever that's going to happen afterward. Let's see. Is there a char, like blackened, so whenever you say finish your layout first, you mean like go ahead and make my dynamic objects buildings and stuff like that? Because I definitely need to do that. Let's see, where would they have like a burned, I guess in B. Let's see. If they have anything burned, it'll be up in the B section, I would assume. Don't see anything right away. Let's see. Asphalt, will it be gray, won't it? Because they're gonna have asphalt in my local area. They always put like pitch black asphalt down on top of gray, like solid concrete. But let's see. Brick, dirty. Carrot, clover, coal. There we go. Oh, come on. How is coal not pitch black? Okay, it's a little darker that time. Why did it... At least is that my imagination? I don't know. Just seeing it next to the brown that was before, maybe that's why. Cyclone, fence, dirt, yeah. While you're here, check eroded terrain for inheritance. Oh, yeah. Will do. Let's see. Gunmetal painted. That's pretty dark. It looks better than the coal because it's supposed to be like soot. Anyway, okay, yeah, no, you're right. Let's see. Biomes. That one's in the rocks miscellaneous. They do still have inherited terrain on that. One thing that's interesting is everywhere that there is that stone, it turns it into the. That's where the gaps are. Like it only inherits one of the terrain, you know, textures, which is pretty cool. It's eroded E. Okay, good. Yeah. So they didn't do away with that just yet. But it doesn't happen every time. Like there must be. Oh, I see what's happening. He's right. It definitely is a bug. Is it? It's not. It wasn't intended. You can kind of tell because like where it's inheriting, it has like where it's not inheriting has to do with where the gray stone is. But like, there's no gray stone right here. But there's two different textures. There's that sand and there's that sand. And that's the holes. It's only inheriting this smoother sand here. But this darker sand is not inheriting, so that's what's creating these little potholes. Or pockmarked holes. That's why this area is not inherited, because it's heavily that other sand. My river's not a total write-off. Okay, good. My river's not total. Yeah, exactly. He said that he was monitoring people's feedback on this, and he wants to see, because I think he's, Forge Lord it was. I say he, as if everybody knows exactly who I'm talking about immediately. Forge Lord was saying that they're monitoring people's feedback on this to see if people are interested in them keeping that in the game. So that's, it's probably going to stick around. Okay. So I've got gunmetal painted. That's what I'm going to use for my, let's see. That would be up from S. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think your river's a total write-off. Let's see. Gunmetal painted. So effects turn off depending on distance, right? So I should be good to, like, right? Like, that's how that works, right? So I should be good to do plenty of effects, because I've seen people use lots of effects in certain areas, and they didn't seem to have any trouble. But, I don't know. They might have been doing something special for that. Let's see. Gunmetal painted. What's painted bumps look like, I wonder? Like I stopped at gunmetal painted, but... Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, I don't want that. So... I'm not gonna do like a lava flow. I think I'm just gonna make like crags and things like that over here. With this sort of dense, you know, like glowing, craggy lava area. You know what I mean? So, to do that, I'm thinking, sort of envisioning it in my head here on how I'm going to lay it out. I do want my hill on both directions so that it's equivalent to over there, and it's sort of drop off in the middle so that you have to pick one of those lanes, you know, one of those routes to get up there. Or you can maybe use a grapple shot or a repulsor to get up in the middle. And obviously flying vehicles. But let's see. Definitely want to make use of glass, but okay, desert. Okay, I know what I want. I want to see what. Let's see. Desert glass from lightning. Let's see, images of what desert glass looks like when it's hit by lightning. I was thinking it was green. It looks like it's sort of a yellowish green, but it's very, you know, you can kind of see how that looks. It's like a foggy yellow. So I need to make glass that looks like that on the edges of my glowing lava sections and my plasma arcing through. Creates arcs like that, so I definitely need to use the terrain that has its lines and use the top lines to create my lines and then cover that in glass objects so that it looks like it's like a foggy dark glass, so it looks like it's glass. So that is probably the method I'm going to use to make this. The plasma arcs. Ooh, don't go moving anything. Why is it not deselected? Thank you. Okay. So I definitely want this plasma field that was over here. If I can find it. For an energy spiral. Plasma. This one's a good one, this large one. I think this is the largest one there is. And I can put that around here. Here's my question, actually. Should I make this damaged? Like, to the point where, like, maybe this one, this whole pillar, like a chunk of it is fallen off, or the entire pillar is laying on its side, or tilted in some weird way? I mean, Forerunner structures aren't often damaged, but it would be kind of interesting. Like, the idea was going to be that there was going to be energy coming off it like this, right? And arcing around on the ground and creating the lava effect. Like having all that lightning there. And then I was going to use the more directional ones, because this one's a ball, but they have some that are flat, and using those to make more specific effects. Let's see. FX, energy barrier, let's see, light beams, plasma beam, let's see, plasma energy large. I think this is the flat one that's large. It definitely used to show a lot better. I have definitely well exceeded my effects budget, but I feel like it used to do this a lot better. Is it because there's line of sight to those other effects? In Waterworks I didn't have this problem, even though I went like 300%. There we go. Now it's starting to show. Let's see, the sphere large is what I was using originally. Plasma energy tiny. Let's see. Liquid smoke sparks. Electric arc. Oh, interesting. Electric ball, electric beam. There we go. Electric floor. Oh, yeah, I know that one. Electric panel, electric shock. Spark electrical small. Let's see. Sparks electric tiny. Is this one or that one? Okay, yeah, that one's finally starting to load in. Okay. Tiny infinite sparks welding. Okay. Okay, so anyway, I want electric shock. I think it's electric beam. Looks really good. And I could, like, make a controlled beam shooting into a lava section. Like, something like this. This is just a display to explain. Or to show it. Something like this, and then have, like, a bit of lava down there. But, yeah. I'm thinking about making this tilted. like this entire upper section, have it just be slightly lower on this section, on this side, like the energy here is not powerful enough to hold the entire structure up straight. So it's like tilted to the side, like beginning to list. And then that would explain why this section is like arcing energy in particular down here, is because it's like grounding when it's not supposed to. So it's only getting like partial energy into this upper part of the tower, which would create a really cool visual design. So I'd have to unprefab and then reselect all of this. Okay. I think that's all the ones that are... Is there one up here? Or is it down there? Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so I can prefab all of this. And then I'll do like 15 degrees. And then I will move it down. And over. So it still lines up with its points. Its energy fields. That's a little too far. Definitely a little too far. Let's see. That looks like it's slightly messed up, but this looks like a pretty decent area. I think we should go back one tick. That feels right. That feels like it's damaged, not completely ruined. Like this could still function. You know what I mean? It's in that kind of good range of tilt. I also feel like maybe I should rotate it on the world axis. Ooh, that's going to rotate around that one. That object there. I want to set this thing's... Yeah, the central column. Yeah. Corner piston. That works. Oh, well. It's still going to be a little bit iffy. Want to rotate it just a bit. That will just kind of imply that, like, it's not quite perfectly leaning over, you know what I mean? Like, it's got a little bit of an off-kilter vibe to it. And I believe that's going to require me to bring it this way a bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then we can have our... Now it's leaning in this direction, it explains why the arcing is going to feel... It's going to feel like the arcing should go in that direction, you know. And whenever they allow you to scale textures, maybe I can have one of them coming... Effects, I mean, not textures. Whenever you can scale effects, I might be able to have one of these electrical arcs coming from up there, just being like straight into the lava. But for now, this is unfortunately as long as it gets. So, yeah. I might just do a stand-in of one up here, waiting for me to be able to scale it, you know? And just put it like right in the middle of that little gap there. Actually, I kind of like it coming out of the side. Like it's like grounding into an area of the machine that's not supposed to be electrically charged, you know? And then I can go down here. But yeah, this is where it's like, yeah, no, you should, you should do your, thing first. Anyway, yeah, so let's do the lava. Yeah, no, your river's not a total write-off, Aaron. Sorry about that. And I think that it's pretty good that they got that working. Let's see. I'm glad that they fixed a lot of this stuff. I've been... Excuse me. Let's see. Terrain rugged. Yeah, that's it. Rugged? Yep. Not the TI one. Man, that looks so different in this lighting. The lighting is shifted so much that the, it's shifting the color so much. This grass looks very interesting here. For it to look very, like the lighting looks kind of Halo 3, but then like the that it makes that grass look very muddy. Let's see. Gosh. Oh, I'm on 1% rotation. Okay. I think that what I want to do is make it look like a blast crater, like the like when the plasma, whenever it first tilted, the plasma that like whenever the plasma started arcing into the ground here, it caused the sand to pop and explode, because that happens. Especially the rock underneath the sand. I'm gonna bring this over here. I think I'm gonna have to bring the height down, but not by a lot. I have to figure it out based on the glass I need to put on top of it. I don't want just cubes of glass. I'm gonna need to position a bunch of glass at different angles to try and make it look like it's proper. Now, the high parts is the first swatch. So that's the part I want to be yellow. Foggy yellow looking. Why do some of these seem to not apply any color to it at all? That's not bad at all. That's a good one. Definitely want it to be forced on for reflectiveness. Now it's no longer good. Let's find a better one. I don't understand why some of these turn pink. That doesn't make any sense to me. But this one looks pretty good. It's the good foggy metal, or like yellow, and it will reflect off through there. Honestly, that's almost good enough to just call to be like glass, but like desert glass. But I think that whenever if I put a glass layer on top and it doesn't look good, I can come back to this. But for now, I think that looks really good. I mean, you know, for now I plan to add the glass layer. Is there a better material? Because this is just rock A. River rocks. River bottom. I think that something very smooth would work, obviously. But I want a little bit of dirt in it because it's going to be... I think I need to look a little closer because, like, a lot of these areas are stretched textures, but then the areas that aren't stretched, you'll be able to tell what's going on there. Why is it just dirt? Okay. Seemed like it was just going between the two over and over again. Sand ripples. That wouldn't be terrible, actually. Sand pebbles. That looks pretty good. I might do sand pebbles. Sand hard. Yeah. Rock landslide. Actually, that's pretty good. It's got like these subtle like lines in it. A lot of these basically look the same on this spot of this texture because the way they okay. It really does look like it's just going between two with all of those dirt ones. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the I liked the... Oh, I looped. That's what happened. Okay, I see. Okay, let's go down all the way back down to sand. Where was it? Sand... Was it sand pebble? No, it wasn't sand pebbles. That doesn't look too terrible, but it wouldn't be like that anymore. It was... Or it was bedrock? Rock, bedrock. Let's see. It's bedrock A. That looks really good. Here's bedrock B. I think I like A. Because it's creating like a flow, like ripples of glass forming. And then the green needs to go probably with another sort of yellow glow. But not the grass. I could do a more... let's see. Actually, maybe this is where I want the bedrock. You know what I mean? The rock. Bedrock, was it B? Ooh. That looks very different whenever it's on that. Oh, gosh dang it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one's gonna have to be the sand. River bottom isn't terrible. Yeah, I'll go to sand. Sand ripples. Here we go. B. There we go. Now we've got this sort of glass kind of look. We just need to put some layers. Oh, phone died. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I was wondering where he had gone because it did tell me, but it lies to me all the time, so I wasn't sure if you were here or not. It tells me all the time whenever people are literally sending messages in chat that there's 0 people viewing, and I'm like, there's no way. Like, I mean, maybe they paused the video and were typing, and so that counted as not viewing. I don't know. But it seemed weird. Sand hard, I believe, is... That is not... That's weird. Definitely want to... Nope, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I see what's going on. It's the dirt lava layer. This is where I want the sand hard. So I'm trying to make the glass, trying to see if I can get this basic layer down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sand hard. That's weird. It has no color. Oh, I don't think it's loading. Because, like, it's not... It has, like, no texture either. Something weird is going on with it. It does that sometimes with some of these. Let's go see if it looks any better once I've actually held down the back button. I think this is a graphics bug, which has happened before. Might be my graphics card, something like that. Doesn't look much better. It's got this weird white area. You see that? It's like it's starting to. It's got this sort of the transparent section is visible with the yellow. And then the area that's supposed to load as the primary for it is just white. And I don't understand why. It's also not really showing up here properly. It's just sort of graying out the area. But in theory, that's just happening right this second, and I'm not going to have to worry about that whenever it reloads, you know what I mean? Hopefully. But yeah. So, if I did something like this... Hey, what's up? Let me see if a duplicate will start to load properly. No. Still not doing it. And it's not like the sunlight or anything like that with the reflective pieces. So yeah, no, I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah. And you bring this down a little flatter on one side. Make it still look like a crater. And I want to make it so that this is as sharp of a drop here as the other side. But I want to use this entire piece so that it feels, and then like layer things into it so that it feels much more, you know, cool. Get that to roughly the height. Oof. I think I'm going at Spartan speed. There we go. Now I feel better. Okay. Now I can do that. Alright, this sort of foggy desert glass is working. It's just that weird dirt layer texture that's not working. The really weird thing is that this other texture is also not working, so maybe it's the sand hard that's broken? Or all of the sand that's broken? It's all coming out white. That's really weird. But all textures are coming out gray here. You see this? If I get down and do like no color and apply that. Moss, just all white. Yeah, something weird is happening with the swatch. Hope this didn't break on all maps. That's the one that normally matches, so I'm going to go with it and just trust it'll match later. And then I'm going to come down here and do that and trust it'll match. And hopefully that looks good. Scratch amount. That's going to apply it down low, isn't it? And not up high. Yeah. Like scratches on the glass areas would be kind of cool, but scratches on the sand would look really weird. Okay. And now I need to put some glass itself down. Some actual glass down. So that it feels a little more transparent, like it's reflecting through it. Let's see. There's a glass section. I think it needs to be as foggy as it will go, because that would be how dirty, you know, desert sand turning into glass at random, or due to a random plasma arc. That would definitely be a very dirty sand and dirty glass. Is the glass shiny in this? Because I'm not seeing a shine. Yeah, it is. Okay. Why is it not scaling smaller? Can you not go smaller than this with glass? Okay, surely that's not the case. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't wanting to work for a second there. It was very strange. Let's go to the object rotation. You want to play Master Chief? Okay. See if this is even going to look any good. So this is where if they had a swatch that was glass, it would be fantastic, because I could just duplicate this thing and then layer it on top of itself with glass, you know, like glass like 80% yellow for those areas, and then glass, and then 0% for these areas. Just put them so close that it looks like there's a layer, like these have a layer of glass and they're yellow. And this area has no glass because it's just sand. And then, you know what I mean? Or just set this layer to sand, rather, on the upper layer. And then, like, that would just be a no-brainer, right? That would just make a lot of sense. But it looks like I'm going to have to go with the just shiny and opaque, you know? Hopefully they'll add that kind of feature in later on. Because, boy howdy, as they say. Now here is where I'm going to use the technique I used over on the other side of the map by making it way taller and sideways. I can sort of create like this sort of lumpy kind of terrain here. And where the seams are, I can put rocks or something to that effect that will make it a little better. Make it look like a blast crater from lava. I mean from the explosion. And then I'm going to put layers of lava on top of this somehow. Still haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do for that, but we're gonna figure that out. Glass is going to come down first, sort of block out the area, and then we're going to kind of treat the lava like an effect as we find the low areas and then redesign the area off that. Let's completely flip this over so it's a different looking blast radius. And hope that all this white turns sand colored later. I think this area, technically, I shifted on the other side or something. Or I hadn't placed that sand yet on the other side, but I think I just moved it. But yeah. So I can definitely, don't need to mirror it perfectly. Let's see. Where is that? In the ground. Okay. This is one of the benefits of the desert terrain, is like, while this rock looks really silly whenever it just ends there, sand really does just do this sometimes, so you can kind of get away with some really weird stuff like that. And whenever this has sand on top, it'll blend, in theory, a little bit better. But, yeah. I definitely need to take this one out of there, because that is too much. Okay. Actually, no, I want the sand to be in the middle. I mean the glass to be in the middle, but I want a sand dune out here. So that's where I need to put a probably one of these actually. If I do an inheritance terrain here, and I come over here with this, oof, just gotta go a little bit slow apparently. Here we go. Then we can come over here and do this. And do something like that. And then bring it down that height. Just envelop the edge of it so it looks like a good transition there. Hides the crazy. Just right. Okay. So this is telling me that the lava would definitely be pooling down here, and then I can put like craggy lava in between there. So whatever this object is needs to go. And I do believe I completely deleted that on the other side too, so it makes perfect sense. And then this one, which I think is this giant ground terrain? No. Oh, there's something else underneath there that's almost completely obscured. I wonder if that's over on the other side of the map too. I don't think so, but yeah. Let's see, so I can leave this sand here probably. But so what we were doing, okay, what were we doing with the lava? We were doing some cool stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was at this point. Okay. Let's see. We had glowing object, like a regular block. That was from the Halo design set, right? But I think I might be able to find something even better if now that I think about it, because I could get some ripples in it. Maybe one of these. So if I go and do this, then I get some slight ripply effect of it, you know what I mean? Lava usually falls flat, so we'll want to be flattened almost completely. But having just a little bit of a differentiation, the lava kind of boils. So I'm not going to like rotate this object or anything, because it's not a, but it gets us this kind of texture shift. So maybe we can go to emissive. This will be our emissive. Now I'm not going to go Forerunner emissive. I'm going to go full blown emissive, because that'll be because it's brighter. And then the cracks are from this. But the scratches. No scratches. Definitely do want grime though. Let's go with charcoal. There we go. I saw it a second ago. I thought, oh, clover coal. It's just called coal. That looks cool. I'm still confused as to what this map actually is supposed to be. So yeah. It's supposed to be fun, is what it is. I mean, it's more of a big team battle than like trying to be a hyper, like a really tight big, like a 4v4 style thing. So in the end, it's kind of going to become a little bit more, like we're taking some creative risks, I suppose. But you are right that it's a little bit odd. Okay. This piece either needs to come down a bit or come over, or both. Okay, undo still doesn't undo scale with this new update, so they didn't fix that. Just as a heads up. Rescaling an object is something that can't undo. What's up, bud? I can get this a little bit untangled. There we go. That's mostly untangled, buddy. Sorry, my son, he's been twirling his hair until it gets tangled up. You're gonna have to cut it soon. Get that to not happen anymore. Okay, this is not looking good for the lava. I mean, it'd be kind of a cool thing to have the lava pooling up right next to there, so I definitely will do something like this, but not this one. Obviously, the color is all wrong. It's all peach looking. And I don't understand why all of the options look peach on this object. Maybe this object is not good for this. Oh, that looks better. But like all these other dark oranges. Oh, that's a decent one. I think that might be the one we were using before. Why do they all look the same? They're like barely any difference. Let's see. Okay, so basically, I mean, it's supposed to look like lava. Or not, like the terrain is supposed to look like, the map is supposed to look like a desert with these little microbiomes in it. It was, like I was always saying, Klen is the one who really wanted the microbiomes. And I was like, alright, I can do that. If that's what you want, I can do microbiomes. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I kind of want this one to look like just glowing in the rocks. So what I'm going to do is sort of make it more 3D so I can kind of get it to poke out a little bit. This one's not supposed to look like flowing lava, but just sort of like glowing in the low spots. Let's see. Wait. What's up? This is no good. That lava's not done, by the way. In case you're wondering, I'm not just going to leave that there and go, yep, it's lava. Good. Okay. Let's see. What are these pieces? These pieces are rock half coverage. They are this piece. It's a rock that can be retextured that has like a really weird, almost cel-shaded look to it because of the way that they have it set. There's two of them. This one's sort of much more rounded, that one's sort of taller. They're in the Halo design set. If you go to cover, you can find them here and here. And you can do some really cool, like, I've seen somebody went... I guess I could have just grabbed one of the emissive ones down there, but yeah. So I didn't have to set this up exactly, but so I've seen somebody go like emissive. Okay, check this out. This is, you know, why are none of these picking cut? There we go. Here's a giant needler crystal, you know? And they leave the scratches on there so that it looks like a giant needler crystal. Oh, there we go. That's better. And they go down here and they increase the grime amount if you want it to be a little more, and you can pick one that's sort of like I was doing before, like charcoal, like coal, and it creates sort of a foggy-ish effect on it. If you look really close, you can kind of see a little bit of fog there. And then your scratch amount is those corners, is those edges. So they'll bring the scratch. I don't know why it's freaking out now. Apparently if you mess with the scratch amount right now, it's bugging out, but I bet if you reloaded the map, it would fix it. But anyway, it's got these nice bright white scratches on it that you can put in there. And that makes it look like a hologram almost as well. So like if you wanted to do like a, okay, here's a map of a terrain. Like if you make like a ship and you want it to look like there's a terrain hologram, you can do this and be like, this is what the terrain down below looks like, and you can put little tiny glowing objects like how I did this, but oop, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Like how I did this, like if you put like something, where is it? It claims it's right there. Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh boy, did I just duplicate both? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. There's two objects now. I've got a giant glowing bean in the sky, and also this. Yeah, let's see. If you were to go, I want to make a hologram table, you could put that down, and then put one of these, like, in it, but small, and be like, yeah, look at this. There's a Forerunner structure right there, and it's owned by Blue Team, because it's glowing blue. And, you could do something like that and set it up on a holo table. The only downside is that you can't select a swatch texture that's like slightly transparent, which is, again, what I keep on saying they need to do. They need to add. Let's see. And then you could be like, any black spots? You could probably use decals for that. Since the emissive kind of takes over the entire object, it won't allow you to put black spots, but let's say you did like I know there's one in here that's basically just a circle, but it's so hard to find these things. Numbers, numbered symbols. They're all pointing up and not down, unfortunately. If I could point it down, you could be like, yeah, so here's a 1, and you could use that to sort of sell the fact that there's a hologram by putting this up in the air like that, above something, and then you could go and find a decal that, like you're saying, maybe I'll just do an O instead of finding a dot for now. Oh, there isn't an O. Where are the regular numbered symbols? Where are the regular letters? Isn't there one that's like every single letter? I thought so. Boom. Oh, here you go. Yeah, we're gonna do a bombing run over here. You know, we're gonna drop some bombs on these guys. Yeah. Let's see. I still can't think of a black spot unless unless you're talking about, unless you really want a some of these are darker. Let's see, there's like white, there's UNSC logo, there's like a red and a black and stuff like that, isn't there? Oh wait, there was B. Black, yellow, oh, it's because they're striped. Black-handed warning. It's looking the other way. No, it's not. Where is this thing? Here it is. Oh, the black doesn't like the emissive, apparently. I guess it's too small. But anyway, you could go like this, for example. Ah, why did it freak out? I already was in the slow movement, apparently. And you could like put this down on the ground. I was thinking I could find something that's a little more black, like you were saying, but I could just put a little sphere or cylinder down. Actually, you know it would work? Yeah. We could just go, I think a really good one would be, it's in structures, barrels, or is it in accents? Barrels, UNSC barrel. It's a very unique look to it. And we could scale that down really tiny because it's already pretty small. And then we could bring it in there and sort of just poke it just out of the, oops, just out of the thing. And sort of give like a, this is a more hardened hologram sort of look to it. But you could also set it to a different hologram color. Let's see, or emissive rather. And do that. Nope, that is one part of it. We're gonna have to do more than that one. Let's see. Okay. Emissive. Nope, still not working. Why did none of those become emissive? Oh, because this is the main one. I thought I was on the main one before the first time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Emissive. And then we can change this to a sort of a dark color. Nope, the darkest is that black. Some of these will actually inherit their correct color though, so I don't know. You could pick a color that contrasts against the pink. I was looking for a dark blue, but none of the blues are coming up blue. They're all coming up yellow and like, well, they're coming up like sky blue-ish, but they're not coming out blue in the end. They're coming out yellow because it's that weird texture bug. I don't know which one would come out as a blue. Hope whatever this is that makes them become all these weird colors that don't actually match the design, you know? I hope that gets fixed because I really don't like it. Not being able to actually pick a real color for emissive that isn't yellow or pink or, you know, white. Because, yeah, it's kind of infuriating. Anyway, a good yellow, I guess, is good enough. Hurting my eyes. Oh yeah, you're on your giant screen TV in the dark. I am so sorry. You just sent me that. Okay, so basically something like this could be used to make a hollow table. And of course, final touch would be to go down to, where is it? Not UNSC, but there's workstations, and do a hollow table, a nice, you know, hexagonal hollow table. And then scale it up to match what I did, and then we can, you would of course probably want to scale to the hollow table before, and you're good, and you can be like that, and you just set, which of these, is it this one? No. Which of these is it this one? Which of these is the actual top? That's the sides. That's also the sides? Or are these both the exact same SWAT region? And this one controls the same region as well. What the heck is happening with this hollow table? Okay, well I don't know what's going on with this hollow table, but basically something like this. And you can create a nice little hologram of an environment. But anyway, that was just a random little experiment. I am going to delete it so it will stop hurting your eyes. But anyway, these rocks are really cool for that and other purposes. And right now I'm going to use it for lava as a base. I was going to, let's see, if I add that and I add that and I do scratches. Oh, that's interesting. It gets all dark orange as soon as I add scratches. See, that wouldn't be bad, but they all lost their... It lost its glow. Why is it not undoing? Okay. Very weird. I have lost the glow of it. Well, I think it reloads everything whenever you do that. Maybe that'll clear whatever just happened. No. It was a good color before. Let's try different colors and see if it'll go back to being a good color. I don't think that's what it was before. It was more like this color. Okay, well that works, I guess. It's probably the emissive bug. Oh, right. Force on. Did it lose the metal? Is that what it was? Oh, it lost its metalness. That's weird. Oh, you know why? I was applying a scratch. Okay. The scratches aren't inheriting metal. Ah. The scratch texture is covering the entire thing and eliminating its metal. It looks like it's shifting right now, so it might actually go away this time. It does not appear to be going away. They're just sort of going back and forth. Okay. Well, this is a weird bug. Let's see if this old fix for these bugs is going to solve it. Let's see. It's going to go back to normal. No. And not only is it not going to go back to normal, it's going to lose its orange. Its ability to be orange. What the hell? It's like, no, I'll allow you to make me yellow only. I swear to God. Maybe this is why everyone uses Forerunner Missive, because even though it's not as bright, maybe it doesn't break as often. Let's see. No, this is still just as much dull. It's just different colors. Let's go out and back in, back to regular missive. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with my phone? Okay. This is so weird. And I hate it. Now it's all pink. What the f... Okay. You have any idea how to fix this, Aaron? This is bothering the crap out of me. Force off, force on. And now the colors are different again. Wow. Are you serious? I just passed through them and they were different shades of orange. What?
Hey, that alarm was for a live session.
What's up? Oh yeah, I know. It's an old one though. What's up? You're gonna play Master Chief soon. Don't worry. Don't worry, buddy. Okay. Force off, force on. There we go. Apparently that's how you can reset them. Okay, so that took a little bit, but figured it out. Okay, so now we just need some, like, plasma energy coursing into them. We need some... I think that if I scale this down really heavily, I can have some molten glass in here. I know you do, buddy. I know you want to play Master Chief. I heard you the first time, bud. Okay, when it's sort of like this, maybe? No, that would definitely flatten out. Actually, if this was melted glass, if this is lava, this would all be melted. There's no way it would have a little island of molten glass, would it? But it would have something over here. Sort of bridge gap.
Okay. Wow.
There we go. Looking a little cooler. And obviously if it's on fire and damages you, that'll help. What all were we doing with our setup in the other one? We had lava rocks around it, which are very important. The, let's see, biomes, space rock. These look really good whenever they've got light shining in them. They look very orange in the gaps. Makes them feel like they're glowing. So if I put some of these here... Ooh, how small did that get? Jeez, that's fast. Oh, it's the arch. Again, never find a use for the arch. Every time I pull it out and I try to use it, it's like, oof. But maybe if I use it for its little low areas. It's got little, you know, I could make like little islands, sort of. And that's not what I wanted to do. Did not want to rotate at an angle. One of the weird things about the arch is one of the reasons I don't like it is because it stretches at an angle. It's very strange. Now I think that if I, like, see that? Like how it scales at a weird angle to where I can't, I've got the actual opening of the arch lined up, but for some reason it's scaling. Like if I went this way, it would go like that and stretch at an angle. Oh boy, I forgot you can't undo it. Undo scaling right now because of the bug. Okay. Alright. You can go up and down, like this way works just fine, but not the other thing. Anyway. I was just messing around with that piece for now. Let's see, let's actually find something that I can use there. I want something that's really bumpy. You know? I think the underside of this is. Yeah. It's not perfect, but it has a lot of like large flat areas, but we basically put this down here as like a buffer between the lava and the glass to explain how that glass is not, you know, is not turning to lava, is not melting into glass again, into liquid. It'll give us a little bit of a good transition, which I believe. It switched on me. I was foolishly not ready for that. Could look pretty cool. And if we use this over here and clip it into that one, it will combine the two and make it not look like it's the same piece twice. But I think there we go. Oof, that revealed some of the glass there on the edge. It's not so much. Okay, and then I need to put a few more here and there. Some nice lava rock sections. What's this one? This one's very smooth. I think it's also got a different underside. I like this one for would be some like protruding lava rock that cooled at an angle. A strange angle like that. Kind of like that. Something that where it melted and then shifted and sort of poured into it, sort of fell over and raised up before it cooled again. And then we've got some other pieces. Some of these, oh, this is one of the ones that's got the nice underbelly. Okay. There we go. So, okay, this is just a start. This is just my, you know, what do you call it? People call it a block out. I've been calling it a, what do you call it? Primer before I start painting. But that's basically what block out. Basically what block out is. I think I need to move this back and have that same effect but using a lava rock instead of the lava itself. So I might scale this one up a little more. Put it here. Like that. And then bring this piece up so that it has a similar wraparound effect. I really like the way it wrapped around. but I wanted to do it on something a little less lava and more the lava rock, like it was sort of melding into it. The way that it's sort of leading into it. See what I mean? Where it's kind of wrapping. Oof. Maybe even on top of the Forerunner structure a little bit. And then, yeah, so we've got some good areas here. And now I need to sort of back away from my hyper focus and look at the entire area to sort of decide things. Like, obviously I need some effects like fire in there and lightning to make it look good. And I need to make it to where the sand transitions into it better, because I won't feel like this is good until then, because it feels very rough. Which, it's very difficult to tell how this is going to look later, the way it is now. I want to try and do possibly one of these maneuvers. Try this out as the back end. Of these other pieces. I know, I hear you. I'm gonna get you Master Chief. Just give me a second. I know, bud. I'm almost done. Almost done for the day. I'm just trying to figure out the correct angle here and see if I can get this to transition a little nicer. Okay. Turn it a bit more. Make it more in line with that one's base. Make it sort of flow over the ledge, because this is going to disappear as it is gone over there. It will be gone over here. But actually, I think that what I really want this to do is tilt a little more upward like this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to want a Forerunner door down here to match the opposite side of the map. So if I put some hex columns in here, and I remove this one and put a doorway in there, surrounded in glass, you know, shards and stuff, that might be cool. I wish they had triangular glass, like actual glass, triangular glass. Like if they just had all of the design set objects as glass, that would help me immensely. And if this texture wasn't messing up, right? You still don't like it? No, it's because of these. It's honestly because of these textures messing up. I need to save and quit and come back in, because I need to see if I can get these textures to stop being broken. Because this should look like sand and glass right now, but it looks more like this weird spotted gray cat with like yellow, like, I don't know, something. It's just weird. But eventually it would be like, it's gonna be sand that's that color where that gray stuff is, which is gonna make this look like glass poking up through the sand. That's gonna be similar to that color. So it really won't be this bad soon. I just can't seem to get it to want to agree with me. You know what I mean? There were texture problems with the emissive and with these. So I don't think these are new bugs. I think this is an old bug that's just hitting me, because I've seen this before. They're not like new bugs with this new update, but they're attacking me very heavily right now for some reason. Both of them being bugs with textures, which is very frustrating. Yeah? Okay, let's try and hop right back in and see if it's fixes. And if not, I gotta close the entire game. And if I gotta close the entire game, then we won't be able to see ahead of time. Because I was about to head out and get my son set up for Minecraft, for Halo. But your emotes, I think, mean that you do not like it, the way it's looking right now. I don't know how to tell what the names of emotes are. It doesn't tell you whenever you hover over them. But you know how they, like how, what do you call it, Discord. Discord has these, like, emotes on there that have names and meanings that I don't know because I haven't been in Discord enough. I've only been in private Discord servers with my friends, and we didn't use them like that, so, like the public does.
So I don't know what the special meanings of certain emotes are. But specifically the faces. Like the frog. I don't like there's special meanings to that weird frog making different facial expressions, and I'm like, I don't know what they mean. But let's see if this adjusted. Still gray spots. This might be broken. Let's see. If I can play around a little bit and it fixes, then that'll be great. But I may not be able to do these the way that I'm doing them. Like, oh, I've got color applied to this? Since when? There should be no color. Jesus Christ. Worse off. Is it because of the other ones being metal? Just go to color intensity 0. There we go. That fixed the weird purple. But, I don't know what's going on with this texture. Let's go back down here. Well, that doesn't look as bad. At least that's fixed. So it's this. And now that's not even having trouble. Strange. Sand flats. Sandy pebbles. Okay, can I change this one to a more... Look at that. Okay, so it did fix it. I just had to actually apply new ones. That's closer. I think I... Oh boy, it just gave up. Okay, here we go. Now it's working good. There's like a orange, gray, or orangey, salmony kind of look in here somewhere that you can then bring it down. Is it this one? And then you can bring down the color intensity really low. Why is it maximum or medium? Or maximum or minimum? Like, I don't understand why it's not adjusting correctly. Like, this should be 0. This is so weird. Anyway, there's a sort of a salmony kind of sand color that's too much before you tilt it, before you bring it down. But as soon as you get it down low enough, it looks great and matches that sand really well. But finding it, maybe it's this one. That doesn't look too bad. And then if I switch it to sand, not pebbles, but ripples, it'll feel a little better. Yeah, that looks like it's sort of like sliding down, you know, like the ripples are going the wrong direction because it's supposed to be a hill and I've rotated it. But it kind of looks fine because the way that it's sort of like, it's almost inverting the way that the shadows are supposed to be. Because of the way the lighting is hitting them. So it kind of works. It's a little too pink right now. It is not changing color, it looks like. Okay, now it is. Very yellow, that's not what I'm going for. So apparently I have to set my color intensity and then back out and come back in to change the color. Nope, some of the colors are breaking it. Like I hit a specific color and then it broke. And it's the same color as it was before. So I don't know what's going on, but now it's going to restart. Or maybe it's the number of times that you update it. Because I'm going through them so fast. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what's going on. It's not the same one every time. So it's probably the number of times I've updated it. That looks pretty decent. Nope. No, it doesn't. Yeah, but there's a specific one that looks really good for it. That takes over the entire thing. It's gray white. There's some kind of weird bug. Yep, now we're hitting a bug again. So changing colors is definitely too much. Very buggy right now. Color intensity is back to 1 for some reason. and now it's... Oh, I see what's going on. That's the sand layer here. Nope, my ground amount is a 0. What the hell is going on? 343. What are you doing? Like this, look at this. So for some reason the grime layer for sand hard is not working. Let's see if it'll work for a different one. Let's go to sand ripples. I'm on B, on A up there, so we'll go B for this one and see if this will make anything work at all. Go back to color intensity 0, see if that fixes it again. And nope, gosh, my son, you're hitting my mouse. You're elbowing my mouse when I'm trying to use the controller. You gotta not do that, buddy. Oh boy. Hey. I know, but you know how to turn on Master Chief. I showed you how. You know how. I'm gonna come help you in just a moment. Wait, that almost looks right now. Anyway, so we kind of have... It looks really close over here. Anyway, so we've got this going on for now. See, it looks a lot better now. It's still not perfect. And there's no like glow shining on these things, and these things shifted their color for sure, which is strange. Yeah, they're definitely full-blown, not orange anymore. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. I need more lava rocks up here so that doesn't look like... This is the glass area, and that's the lava rock area. That doesn't really make any sense. In fact, I need to go... What I want to do is find where these gray rocks are going to be and sort of have lava rocks like coming out of them. Or coming out of like you'll see a stripe of the gray rock, and then the sand will be there, and then there'll be lava rock poking out. Like, this is the melted this is the end of that same gray rock area. It's sort of been melted on the inside, on the side where the lava's been hitting. Kind of like how, like right here, for example, I could do that. But it would kind of be touching, and it'd be kind of weird, so I don't know if I'll do it right there. Unless I put some sand between there. I know, buddy. Let's see. Apparently left a menu up there, and I do on chat, and I do not want to accidentally like remove you as an operator because it's got, or moderator because it's sitting there open as a moderator. So I was trying to click on the emotes to see if if I could figure out a way to do them. So if we had arcing plasma coming out of here and arcing into this area. It's kind of all coming from that central point, so I think I need to move it over. What was that? Did it just not update my location? Yeah, dang it. Well, I just got a server issue. I'm now... My computer is now disagreeing with the server, and there's no telling how far back it goes. How many of these objects are going to shift their location because it doesn't like... because it disagrees with where I am now. So, yeah, that's going to have to be the end of it for today while I restart... Oh, I turn off the game. And turn it back on and see how much got messed up just now. But yeah, so Aaron, that was kind of a short one. Somewhat lame, but mainly because the servers just updated the game, so I never get as many views on Tuesdays. But also they just updated the with the bugs, so yeah. Go to unique stream. Oh, I'll do that. Where's unique stream? If you can send a unique stream in chat, that would work. But I'm gonna go find it in this thing. Live streams. What's unique doing? Forge update, map updates, maps and prefabs, Discord game. What's going on over here?
Not much. Exhausted divinity. 29.
Let's see. What's unique doing over here? I'm gonna set you up Master Chief, don't worry. Be patient, buddy.
Reset your cache,
Yeah.
Uniki.
What's going on with Unique,
Bug
Aaron?
in here that's overlaying light data from map to map.
Let's see.
Construct. Needs to be arted. Reset your cache, rebake your reflections, rebake your lighting.
We
So
did
reset
the
your
hide all the
cache.
objects to bake.
Yeah, that works too.
So reset your cache and
Hide all
rebake your lighting
map
and all
objects,
sorts of
rebake
stuff.
the lighting. Actually, honestly, I think if you go into an empty canvas and bake the lighting, it'll fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that texture problem I was saying was being caused by? Is that what you're telling me, Aaron? Because
Forge still busted. Yeah, sort of, but not as busted as it was. They fixed all
Like a
the
full
spheres.
screen while it
if you
leaves
had
chat?
fucked
Yeah.
up spheres on your maps.
oh, I can get rid of this. There we go.
They
Seems like the
fixed.
sphere is fixed.
They fixed the loading issue when you were trying to load a previous save.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
It would always just put you back into the most recent, no matter which one you clicked on. That's
There's
fixed.
too much noise to the music. Let's close this window. There we go. Rebacking, but I already did it.
Hide all your objects. Bake the lighting. Reveal all your objects. Bake the lighting.
Gotcha. Hide all your objects, bake the lighting, reveal all your objects, bake the lighting. Apparently there's some kind of lighting issue.
No, the lighting issue is still there. It's because of rat racing.
Buddy.
Guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed. That's just my thoughts. As soon as they
I'm gonna
added ray
set you up
tracing
to
into the
chief
game, it
for
kinda
you, but I know I taught you
bricked
how
everything.
to do it yourself. It's okay, buddy. And Forge Lord said, let them bake light. Anyway, I texted an asset color glitch again yesterday and carried over today. Well, like I said, Aaron, I'd love an explanation if you remember, if you had a specific reason why you wanted me to come over here. But, yeah. Apparently I've got to do that thing where I do the fix
There
the
you go.
lighting. And
You definitely know some things. You need a map in matchmaking. There's only like 4 maps that are in there, so anybody that worked on those ones would have it.
well, anyway, yeah, I got to get off. I'll catch you guys later. Yeah.